What you're looking at here is a spectrum analyzer display set up to measure the overall notch depth of a 3-cavity filter arrangement on 2 metres. It's a Waag duplexer built from the ARRL design, and I've wound everything pretty much up to maximum. What you're seeing at the moment is just the noise floor because I haven't actually connected the signal source into the duplexer yet, but I'll do that in a minute. The scale along the side here, it actually starts at -10 at that point and it goes down to -110. The reason it's 0 is not shown here, but in fact is up here, is because I've wound out the inbuilt attenuator to achieve the maximum sensitivity that I can get. Also the video bandwidth and the scan rate and everything has been reduced considerably, so it actually writes very slowly across the screen in order to reject as much noise as possible and to achieve what the actual notch depth is. And when I plug it in, you'll notice that it flat lines all the way along here until it goes to the notch, and that's because it's actually off screen. So don't worry about that. So I'll plug in the signal source, and immediately it's starting to draw, and it's actually drawing the notch here. It's set up for the notch on the high side, and this is around about 147.6. We'll just wait till it completes the display. You can see it's flatlining along here. If you could see the rest of that display, it would have its usual curve coming slightly up and then down. But what we're interested in is measuring the overall notch depth. The green line represents -100 dB, and as you can see, the notch depth is certainly better than 100 dB, and it's probably about 105, which is very good. I haven't optimized this duplexer yet, but it's getting close. So that's the 3-cavity inline duplexer of the Waag, the ones that Waag constructed, showing the notch depth on the high side as being about 105 dB. I'll just swap over the to the other side of the duplexer where it'll put the notch on the other side. It'll put the notch actually on the low side, and here it is starting to draw it in now. As you can see, in order to achieve this sort of resolution, you have to slow the spectrum analyzer right down and narrow the bandwidth. And of course it's flatlining up here, which is our pass frequency up here. So there's the notch here, and it's once again about 105 dB. The green line shows 100. Quite remarkable really what 3 of these connected in series can do. Better than 100 dB notch.